In the next 10 minutes, you'll take your Power Query to the next level. You learn about how to merge data, use calculated columns, conditional columns, how you can group data, and also how you can extract data. Stick around till the end of the video and I'll show you a hidden feature to clean data in Power Query that most people don't know. You can download the file from the description below. So now we want to open up Power Query Editor. So click on Data, click on Get Data, click on Launch Power Query Editor. And now over here, we already have all the tables loaded or the data loaded. The first thing we want to do is we want to merge data. So let's say if we have data from different tables that we want to combine or join, we can easily do that by clicking on merge query feature. So in this case, we have the order table and over here we have the region, but we don't have the regional manager. So we have the region table or region column, and over here we have the regional manager and region. So we can connect region from both of these tables and get the regional manager. So what I'll do is I'll click on orders, and over here you have two different options. Either you can merge query in this particular query itself, or I can simply create a new query. So I'll create a new query and I'll select the region, and over here I'll select the regional manager and I'll select region over here. So there are different kinds of join. One is left join, right join, full outer join, inner join, left join, right join. So left join will basically take the data, will take each and every row from this table. Inner join will basically combine data where all the rows are matching. Outer join will basically combine data regardless if the data is matching or not matching. It will take rows from both the tables. Right join will take the data that's matching from the right table. And if there are rows that are not matching in the left table or the upper table on the orders table, it will filter out those rows. So in this case, we just want a left outer join. And over here, you would see that how many rows matches. So all the rows are matching because all the data is available. So I'll click on OK. And over here, you will see the order data again over here. And now over here, you have the regional manager. So you have the option to select both the columns or just select regional manager. I'll just select regional manager, click OK. Now your regional manager is added in this new query. So with just few clicks, you can easily combine data. No need to write formulas or functions. Next, we can also do calculations. So let's say, for example, we want to find out the difference between ship date and order date. What we can do is we can just simply we can minus these two columns. So we can use calculated columns for that. So I'll click on custom column and I'll call this as days to ship. And I'll click on ship date minus order date and click on OK. So I should be doing ship date and click OK. I'll see all the different values. So I can basically convert this into a whole number because we don't want decimals. We want the complete days. And now we can see the total number of days between shipping and order. So you can use custom column for that. We can also calculate the profit margin. So let's say over here we have the sales and profit. So we can add a custom column again and we can calculate profit margin percentage. And I'll select profit and I'll select sales. I'll click OK. And over here you will see the percentage. And I can convert this into a percentage or I can convert this into a decimal. So over here you will see a lot of decimals. What we can do is we can round this number. So I'll click on transform and then click on rounding and then select round. And I want to keep 2 decimals and I'll click OK. And now this will change each and every value to 2 decimals. Next, we can also perform aggregations by using the group by function. So let's say if we want to find out, we want to do category analysis. So we want the category and subcategory. So what I'll do in this query is basically you can create a pivot table within Power Query. So I'll do group by. Are you tired of wasting hours cleaning messy data in Excel? Do you feel stuck while your colleagues automate the reports and get promoted? What if I told you in just 12 hours you can automate 80% of your data task in Excel in 3-step journey of Power Query of how you will learn? Step 1, data transformation foundation. In step 2, you learn about advanced analysis and transformation. In step 3, you learn how to automate and use custom transformation. I know what you're thinking. What if I'm not tech savvy? Perfect. This course is designed for beginners and experienced users alike who want to work smarter. And even if you're short on time, every lesson is bite-sized so you can learn at your own pace, even if it's just 30 minutes a day. Now this will open up a dialog box. I'll click on advanced. So we want to group the data by category, or we can group it by, we want to do geographical analysis. So we can group this by country, region, then we can group it by state, province, and then we can group it by city. Or let's just group it by country, region, and state and province. So we want to find out the total revenue. So we'll call this as total revenue. And this should be sum, and we can use the sales column. Next, we want to do average profit. So I'll call this average profit, and I'll select average, and I'll select profit as my column. Next, we also want to find out the product count. So I'll do product count, and I'll select the operation and as count rows. I also want to find out the maximum discount that was given. So I'll give this as max discount given, and I'll select max, and I'll select the discount column, and I'll click on OK. Now this is nicely created a pivot table where it breaks down by country, region, state, province, total revenue, profit, product count. So it's basically created a nice report within Power Query. Now let me create a duplicate query again. So now what we can do is we can use conditional column for analysis. So for example, if we have 0, that means we have not provided any discount. But if it's anything greater than 0, that means we have provided a discount. So basically we want to add a new column, and for that we'll use conditional column. So go to add columns and select conditional column. I'll select discount category. So if it's, I'll select discount. If it's equal to 0, then the output should be no discount. Next, I'll add a second one. So else if there's discount and it does not equal to 0, then I'll say it's a discount. So basically any value that's other than 0, it will have a category called discount. And if it's blank, or the default will be no discount. So now if I click OK, it will now basically put each and every value to the correct discount category. So wherever you see 0, it's no discount. Wherever you see a value, you'll see a discount. We can also extract text data, especially when you have a lot of delimiters. So for example, if you want to break this product ID into 3 different columns, so what we can do is we can easily break this column into 3 different columns. So we'll go to transform, we'll click on split column, and then we'll select delimiter, and I'll select hyphen, which it already recognized, and I'll click OK. Now this is nicely broken one column into 3 different columns, and it is also provided with the name. So now you can easily do this with Power Query. And in the beginning of the video, I told you you can use a hidden feature that most people still don't know, where Power Query has AI feature built within, where it's like flash fill in Excel, where if you start typing what kind of transformation you want it to do, it will basically replicate throughout the column. Let's say if we want to capture the initials for these 3 columns, which is the country, city, and province. So I'll drag this over here. We just want to capture the initial. So we want to capture U, T, and H. The second one would be U, I, and N. This would be U, P, and P. So this would be very difficult to do it in Power Query. Either you need a custom function, or you need to write your own M code, but you can easily do this using Power Query or using column from example. So what I'll do is I'll select these 3 columns. I'll select column from example, and then I'll just start typing it in. So I'll call this UTH. Next UIN. You see it started recognizing the pattern. And as you see, it is correctly recognizing each and every row. So this was the M code that was generated. So if I click on OK, and you see this is the M code it was generated. This, to write this, you would have had to write this on your own. You had to do a lot of research. But with just one feature within Power Query, you can easily perform this transformation. So this is a very powerful feature within Power Query. And if you want to learn Power Query more in detail with more advanced capabilities, I have a complete course that takes you from start to end, where I teach each and every feature and more workflows like these. And also I have a project that teaches you different workflows. The link is in the description below. And if you want to learn Power Query and you want to level up your game using more advanced feature, check out this video on the screen.